for, dude? Appreciate you stopping in, man. We're getting ready to fire this bad boy up. It is Brazil, round 9 of the PRL Formula 1 2016 Championship. Your points leader, Dubsy, coming off his worst finish of the season, 3rd place. It's a joke, I know. He is on the pole. And we are going green momentarily. Here we go! The lights are out. Mercedes on the front row. Look like Forza Alonso got a good jump there. He's going to look to the outside of Majaco. He's going to be able to hold it into the next corner. What was that? What was that? Oh my goodness, Majaco off track. It looked like there was some latency there. I feel like there was some contact that we were unable to see. I really feel like there was contact that we were unable to see there. You saw the 2 cars side by side. All of a sudden, Majaco was off. And we didn't see the contact, or at least my eyes didn't. Did anybody else see those 2 cars come together? Because I feel like we just had a little bit of latency there. Call that what is the word I'm looking for here? I'm missing it. But right now out front, Dubsy, with Forza Alonso breathing down his neck, right on his rear wing. Behind them, Aaron Webb, Nick Dahi, and maybe up to 5th? Maybe in 5th from 8th. Good start for him. Oh, no, what happened? We missed the pass for the lead. I went back to check on maybe, and look, Forza Alonso is taking the lead from Dubsy. Got a good run. We know in qualifying he was quickest in the 3rd sector. He used the 3rd sector to get around points leader Dubsy. And now Dubsy's got to take the fight back to him. He locked the wheels up to stay off him. I don't think Dubsy made contact with the rear wing of Forza Alonso, but it took everything he had to make sure that it didn't happen. It took everything he had. That's not going to be good for those front tires either. Looked like Aaron Webb went wide, almost opening the door for Nick Dahi there in 4th. Maybe's right on their tails as well. We're watching Dubsy. We've seen tire problems from Dubsy before in the season. He's had a couple of flats that have cost him. Obviously, he's still got good finishes out of it. But netcode. Netcode was the word I was looking for. Why couldn't I remember netcode? We had a netcode issue, lap 1, turn 2. With Forza Alonso and El Majaco. I just about put money on it. I appreciate that, Mac. We try, man. It's definitely a labor of love. It is a labor of love. So we're watching Dubsy, who has fallen into the clutches of Forza Alonso's teammate, Aaron Webb. Aaron Webb, right on the outside. He's looking to make a move quickly. We saw more lock up there from Dubsy, so he's reeling. He's having trouble right now, and Webb needs to take advantage quickly. And he's going to try. Not sure if that Haas car is quickest in the 3rd sector as well. We're coming through Sector 2 here, which is very tight and twisty. 1.6 seconds back from the leader now is Dubsy. You can see Nick Dahi right there. We've got a Ferrari coming up. That's got to be Zuzman because Gordow's not in tonight. Behind him is Mitchman in 7th. Ditchwich 8th. J-Dub and Hoodius running 10th. Majaco is back to 11th in this race after his contact, which is kind of strange because he hit that wall hard. Maybe there was more lag there when he hit the wall. Maybe we saw him hit harder than he actually hit. We get back up here to the front. Aaron Webb trying to work on 2nd place. Dubsy not quite having the race he's wanted so far. Oh, here we go. DRS enabled. Webb's got the slipstream. He's going to make a move. He's the outside. Dubsy protecting the inside, but Webb don't care. He's still alongside. Oh my goodness, here he comes. He's got the preferred line going into the next corner. That's a power move from Aaron Webb. A power move, and it's going to take Dubsy back to 3rd, and Dahi's going to try to take him to 4th. Wow, real strong move there from the Haas car. Aaron Webb into 2nd place. Dubsy now looking in his mirrors at a Red Bull that is charging. Both of those cars on the soft compound tires, and running 5th is maybe the winningest driver this season on mediums. We've got to keep our eye on maybe, because those mediums makes a gigantic difference. I want to go to the point standings and look at this, because maybe went on a 3-race winning streak. We've got a couple drivers. Dubsy and El Majacco have 2. We're looking at the right there. Maybe gets around Nick Dahi down into turn 1. So now he's going to be looking at Dubsy. But maybe 3 wins on the season. His lone 3 wins in PRL competition. And he is in a position tonight to make tire strategy work for him going for number 4. 2 disconnections we've seen from maybe recently. So hopefully he can get his stuff figured out. He said that he's been doing some testing, and he put his nationality as Belgium. I don't know if that changes what servers you go off of or what, but he feels like if he is a Belgian, then he will be able to get to the end of this race. So I think he's got it on. Like, look, yes, Belgian flag there for maybe. Definitely not Belgian, but he is tonight. Dubsy is now 4.5 seconds back from your race leader. Look, here comes maybe. Oh, Dubsy's in. Those tires, he hurt him. He hurt those tires, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He hurt those front tires under lockup. And Dubsy comes into the pits early. Much earlier than I'm sure he wanted to. I'm almost confident that those soft tires are going to last a lot longer than that. Here comes maybe for second. Nope, he's going to think better of it. Maybe on the mediums. Little over 4 seconds back. He wants to get by Aaron Webb so he can start to close the gap to the race leader, who is also on softs. Forza Alonso pulling away in this race. Zusman catching up to the back of the Red Bull as well. It seems like Aaron Webb was able to get around Dubsy, but now he's a little slower. Maybe he's trying to save those soft tires. Get him a little bit of a gap here later in the run. Not sure, but right now he's got maybe all over him. And maybe is not going to be patient for long. He can't. Dre, I appreciate the host, man. Here he comes. Aaron Webb unable to hold off the... Oh, no! Contact between the Force India and the Haas car of Aaron Webb sends Aaron Webb into the wall. I don't see any major damage on that car, but he's going to pit, and his teammate is in too. No, they're doubled up. Oh, goodness gracious, I thought that was going to be an issue. Apparently, those softs don't last very long, because there's your race leader, Forza Alonso, in the pits. I was wrong. I know this track is very abrasive, but the softs, I felt like they were going to be longer than that. I get some information every week from Aaron Webb as we're watching Forza Alonso coming out 9th. Aaron's information gives me 7 to 9 laps on the softs. Now, we know that they start the race on the tires they qualify on, so you've got an out lap and you've got a race lap. I mean, that's lap 6, I guess you're there. He says that mediums ought to get you about 12 to 16 laps, and hards will be 18 to 21. Only medium is mandatory. So they don't have to run hards if they don't want to, but they do have to run softs and mediums. Or, mediums at another tire compound at least. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, but if mediums are only going to last you 12 to 16 laps, we are going to see more pit stops before this race is done. We are going to see more pit stops from your front runners here. Here's Forza Alonso. Everybody's coming in. So he's not really panicked right now. He's trying to get a good outlap, close that gap. Who is leading this race? We got Hoodius in 6th, Ditchwich in 5th, J-Dub 4th, Zusman running 3rd. Maybe is leading this race on his mediums. So this is the race. Maybe has to go to a different tire compound. What tire compound does he go to? Does he go mediums to hards, makes it a one-stopper, or does he go medium, soft, soft? Can he make it stretch that way? So Are we looking at a one-stop or a two-stop race here from Maybe? Shout it out in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking Maybe's got in his head here. Wavy Tyler has left the session. I'm thinking that is a disconnect. I'd almost bet you. Still on the track, ghosted out. Wavy Tyler has disconnected from the race. That's unfortunate. A lot of bad luck. Nick Dahi is in the pits from second. Zuzman behind him in third in the pits. Fourth place, J-Dub in the pits. Aaron Webb now running 8th on the track right now, but he's going to come up on all of these cars. He's on the medium compound tires. We'll see how many cars he gets coming out of the pits. There's my car off the track, glitched. So he's in 6th. You got the Red Bull coming out in front of him right ahead. He should be able to get Nick Dahi here to move himself into 5th. But should and will are two different things. Dahi able to hold off Aaron Webb. Webb in 6th. So ahead of them is the Williams of Hoodius, who is running 4th on the mediums. Forza Alonso ahead of him, 13 seconds back in 3rd. Ditch Witch running 2nd on mediums. This is a tire game, boys. This race is a tire game. We've got to see what these guys are thinking. Right now, Maybe and Ditch Witch and Hoodius are in the catbird seat. They started on the mediums, and that might turn out in their favor. K-Dog's saying mediums to hards. So, and I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that a bit. I would think if you were the race leader, you go for a one-stopper. And if you are Hoodius and Ditch Witch, what do you got to lose? What do you have to lose? One stop it. Let these guys come into the pits and use that time against them. Dre's thinking that he was going to do one, but with everyone pitting early, I'm guessing he's thinking that he might have to do 2. It could be. Why? I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to hazard this because we always miss action when we do this. But let's go to your race director and let's check the times. Right now, your race leader maybe on mediums was doing 13.4, 13.3. He had a 13.8, so probably a slip on that lap. Basically 13.3s and 13.4s all throughout. Okay? Forza Alonso is now running 13.1s, 12.7. And on the softs, he was in the 12-second bracket too. I don't know. That's a tough call. It's a tough call. I think you go for the one-stopper. Depending on how slow the hards are. Maybe the hards are slow. I don't know. But right now, Forza Alonso is closing the gap. You can see the Toro Rosso ghosted out. It does not mean anything to him. He's going to drive straight through Wavy Tyler's car. Wavy Tyler's car will continue to run around the track. He does have a chance to score points because of the disconnection, which is why his car is still on the track. Aaron Webb, 21 seconds back, 11 seconds back from his teammate. So he was able to get around Nick Dahi, but the contact with Maybe cost him big time. Big time. You see a little bit of lag there from Dahi. The practice session saw some lobby problems. We did have a migrated host, but Aaron started a new lobby, so hopefully we won't see any issues there that we will see. J-Dub running 6th with Zuzman right behind him. Behind Zuzman is Dubsy, your points leader. And this is worst case scenario for Dubsy. Absolute worst case scenario here for Dubsy. Because the issues he had early in the race, the early pit stop has put him back in traffic and he is losing time every lap. He is stuck behind the Ferrari, which the Ferrari is quick. But Dubsy needs to be going quicker. Why does the Ferrari look like it has super softs on? Those are the hards. The hards are orange. I forgot. So the Ferrari is on hards. But he's got to run mediums too, so that Ferrari has to have another pit stop because mediums are mandatory. Here's Mitch Mann in 9th. The second running Williams right now. Majacco, after his second turn problems, 30 seconds back in 10th. Really tough start to this race for the Mercedes boys. Okay, so Hoodius did pit. He's now on the hards. He's ahead of Pork Chops, who is on hards. So these guys are thinking go all the way. Thinking going all the way. I don't know. That was pretty early to get off those mediums, though, right? Maybe the hards aren't so bad. We'll see. Bubba running 14th, sorry, in the McLaren. Yeah, he just was passed by Brian Mosser for his teammate for 13th. That's why that was the issue. 15th place is KWP in the Toro Rosso, who has maybe... No, is that Clogmonger? That is maybe. That's your leader, who is breathing down their neck right now, trying to put them down a lap. There is your leader, the honorary Belgian. Maybe. Been a while since we've seen him leading races. I think he's led some laps, but it seems like it's been a long time since those 3 wins that he had in a row because of those disconnections. He's had such bad luck, sorry. Yeah, new one's coming soon, K-Dog. It's August 25th or something like that. The new F1 game's going to have some historic F1 cars. I know they've got the RB7 Red Bull from, what was that, 2012? I can't remember what year that was. They're going to have the 2002 Ferrari. They're going to have a 92 Williams and 88 McLaren, I think it is. So there's going to be a lot of really, really neat older cars that you can run on that game as well. A lot of people are excited for that. But also you got to think the new game is going to bring the new wider tires, the different aero rules. It's going to be a completely different game. Completely different game. So, Forza Alonso, now only 8.5 seconds back. Second place. He's got Maybe's teammate in front of him. Is he going to have a little bit of an issue getting around Sassafras here? Is Sassafras going to... No, he's going to basically off track to allow Forza Alonso to get around. Very class act there from the Force India driver. Forza Alonso has been reeling in your race leader for quite a while, but he has got another pit stop to go. He's got another pit stop. What tire compound does he go on that pit stop? Because his job is running very, very quick laps. He has no other choice. Because maybe he's going to one stop, he's got to run quick laps. There's no doubt about it. So that's what we're looking at. Now Forza Alonso is your race leader, maybe in the pits. What tire compounder is on that car? Basically 15 laps, those are the hards. Basically 15 laps on the mediums. They can make them all the way. He can make them all the way. Where's he going to come out? Here's Nick Dahi right there, Aaron Webb right there. I'm sure Aaron is really, really ready to get around him. He's going to make a power move there. It's going to push Webb wide, and that was it. I think that was his shot to get around maybe. We know they had contact, and that's his teammate up front right now. Aaron really wanted to get ahead of him, and I don't want to say hold him up, but definitely make him work hard for it, but was unable to make that pass stick. So maybe re-enters the race in 4th. Nick Dahi directly ahead of him in 3rd, and that puts Ditch Witch in 2nd, who has probably still not pitted in this race. He's going to have to hit pit road very soon, I would imagine. Here's Maybe. Looks like he's going to have a chance to get the slipstream going. Is that Ditch Witch? Yeah, it's Ditch Witch. He had a flat. Ditch Witch pushed it too far and now has a flat. It's going to be rough. Maybe down into turn 1. He's going to get around the Red Bull. Maybe in the Force India, back to 2nd place, 12 seconds back from your race leader, Forza Alonso. Alonso has one more pit stop. Can Dahi retake that position? No. But, he's so close. He's so close. It's a strategy game now, folks. It is a strategy game. Who is going to blink? Who can turn in the laps that it takes? Right now, Forza Alonso in the lead on mediums. He's got one more stop. In second place is Maybe. 3 wins on the season. 12 seconds back on hards. He's going all the way. He's got to at this point. You think he's just got to. But your race leader wants it bad. Forza Alonso, misfortune biting him all season long. His points show it. Sitting 6th. This is the all-time wins leader in PRL Formula 1 PS4 history. Didn't race the first race. Had that contact in Japan that gave him a big fat 0 points. 1 point as a disconnected car in round 3. 12, 10. He missed 2 races because of family issues in round 6 and 7. And last week, his best finish of the season, coming home in 2nd place. But now he's looking to take one more step up the podium. And he's got a really good chance. He's in the position to do it right now. Got to keep that nose clean. We've seen plenty of contact. He is a very aggressive driver. That's why he wins a lot of races. But that's also why he's had some trouble in the early part of this season as well. Last week we saw him battling with Majako to win the Race of Champions tournament. If you didn't get a chance to check that, do look at the YouTube. Hit the links and check that out because that was a fantastic battle. It was a 1v1 tournament, 3 laps, best of 3 series. Here is Maybe trying to get a draft off of his teammate there. Looks like he's going to be able to hold Nick Dahi off going into 1. That's what he was worried about. He was worried about Dahi getting a slipstream and getting around him. Dahi's got quicker tires on right now. I would love to see what kind of laps Maybe is running, actually. Forza Alonso's in. Forza Alonso has pitted and gone on to the hard, so his final stop has been made. 13-1, 13-2. That is pretty similar to what he was doing on mediums. It's actually a little better. So the hards don't seem to be any slower than the mediums. But that makes me worry about his medium pace. So what is Forza Alonso going to be able to do on those tires? So now we have moved into a race for the lead between Nick Dahi and Maybe. Forza Alonso has decided that he has done enough pitting in this race. Dre's asking if anyone else is excited about Rallycross in Project Cars 2. You're barking up the wrong tree with Rallycross for me. I got Dirt Rally. I hate it. I hate it. I played it once. Did not like it. I enjoy Rallycross, but something about the handbrake. Why have a regular brake if you're only going to use the handbrake? Why have a regular brake if the handbrake is the only effective brake on your car? I don't. And I'm not bashing what you guys like, but it's just not for me. They got a little bit of a stumble there from Nick Dahi. Now he is half a second back at least. I think he's a little farther than that, actually. Maybe he's got a little bit of lap traffic he's trying to navigate there. Does so maybe not with ease, but he definitely gets the job done. Dahi's going to get stuck out, though. The Toro Rosso with a little bit of a slip there. Safety car! Safety car! What happened? Aaron Webb in the pits. He's got front wing damage. What happened? Wow, this race is just throw it all out. It's been turned on its head. It's been turned on its head. Forza Alonso in 4th now. He's going to be, the gap is closed. It's going to be about speed. That's why I'm not excited about it, yeah. Mac Attack's excited for MotoGP. I've never done the bike stuff. I am a Supercross guy now. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. but never done the bike stuff. Now to second. Dahi pitted. Zuzman pitted. Not a bad idea. Let's see how these boys come out. Majako is in the pits, back up to fifth. We've got to see where he comes out with the blend. I think he's done okay. I think he's going to stay fifth. Ditchwich, what a terrible start to this race for Dubsy. Dubsy just incredibly unlucky now. Majako hit the second turn wall and is now in front of his teammate. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mitchman 8th, Porkchops 9th, Hoodius in 10th. The final points paying position has come into the pits to get on some softer tires, try and turn some good laps on those mediums. I don't know what happened with Aaron Webb. He's going to be in the pits again. Let's check this. Since we're under safety car, look at, oh my gosh, Forza Alonso's right on Maybe's tail. Let's look at the incidents here. Collision with Aaron Webb. Bubba, that's your reason right there. That's your reason for the safety car. The collision there, Aaron Webb and Bubba, has cost them. It's cost Aaron Webb. I imagine Bubba probably got the worst of it. You see, he's exceeded track limits after that, so probably some damage pushed him wide. Let's see if we can find Bubba on track. He's still out there behind Aaron Webb. Those two good friends. Sure, they didn't want to make contact, but sometimes you don't get a choice. Sometimes you don't get a choice. But boy, we got a race now, don't we? Dahi is in third. He has got a lap car between himself and Forza Alonso. Zuzman in fourth has a lap car between himself and Dubsy. El Majako has a lap car in between as well. Sorry, yeah. So Dubsy in 7th. Mitchman 8th. Everybody else getting some pits. They're in the pits getting some things figured out. Lights are still on the safety car. I think maybe we got one more lap. I've never been to a bike race. Honest to God, my first bike experience was Supercross in Indianapolis this, what was it, January or February? I had a blast. I loved it. I really liked it. Of course, I come from a dirt short track background, so the fact that the track was changing so much and those guys were searching every single lap, they were trying different things, trying to get some speed. I mean, it's just, I really, really connected with it. I love it. I'm really upset that you got to pay $50 to watch the motocross season, because now they're into the outdoor stuff, and it's I can't follow it unless I pay the money, which I might eventually, but no, I can't right now. Put stadium trucks in. Epic to drive those. Yeah, you know, what is it, Dirt 4? Dirt 4 has them right now. Dirt 4 has the stadium trucks right now. I saw Actrovision doing that on stream the other day. Never been. Wanted to catch St. Pete this year, but didn't make it. Do they do bikes at St. Pete, really? On the IndyCar weekend? I was unaware. Yeah, you know, the speeds. I'm not necessarily a speed guy. When it comes to racing, I like the competition, side by side, the battle between drivers. You know, obviously, speed is a big part of racing. But the more speed you have, the harder it is to have side by side racing, and that's what it is to me. It's the excitement. So, Dragon Elbows is what's up. Yeah, not bikes, but pretty much everything else. So you wanted to hit the IndyCar. And everything St. Pete. Had the trucks. Yeah, Robbie Gordon real tight with those guys, which he owns the stadium truck deal. I think he's still involved in that. Of course, he had that terrible incident happen with his parents. So I'm not sure how involved he is in things anymore, but I hope he is still. Love Robbie Gordon. Very, very close to winning the 1999 Indianapolis 500. Very unfortunate. So here we go. Safety car is off. Really, really good restart for Forza Alonso. Wow, I can't believe he stayed so close with Maybe, and he's going to have a look down the front stretch. Car in the wall. That's the Ferrari. Zusman's out. But we're watching the race for the lead. Outside in the corner, Forza Alonso is going to hold that position. They're still side by side. 2 corners in. Maybe holds him off, and he's opened the door for Nick Dahi. The third place car is going to have a run on both of them. Dahi does not have an avenue. He thinks better of it. They're still side by side for the lead. Maybe and Forza Alonso. Alonso on the outside. I think Maybe's cleared him. He has. The leader, Maybe, has cleared Forza Alonso. But Alonso on fresher, hard compound tires. All these guys good to go to the finish. We're going to have to see. Obviously, they got a couple of laps before they get DRS back. Forza Alonso has to stay in range to that. The Need for Speed whoa. That's a sound effect, by the way. I have that. We got to start streaming from the PC in the next couple weeks, and you'll be able to just hit exclamation point Need for Speed, or maybe it's just Speed. Is it just Speed? I'm losing my train of thought here. It is actually just Speed. So you'll be able to hit exclamation point Speed, and you will hear a Top Gun sound clip. But we're watching Forza Alonso. Maybe he's been able to get out to a little bit of gap. That lockup's not going to help him. Alonso was dropping back into the clutches of Nick Dahi. This is your race for the win right here, but look. Did you see that? Did you see what I saw? El Majaco closing in on this group. I think he's been on his harder compound tires longer. But this is a guy that hit the turn 2 wall after lag contact with Forza Alonso. And he's running these boys down. And behind him, having a great run, is Mitch Man. He's got that Williams rocking. And I know he hit pit lane. He's on mediums. He's got a good set of tires. He could go the rest of the way. Ditch Witch, Pork Chops, Brian Mosser. Pork Chops got a good run going in 7. He can go all the way. Brian Mosser's happy with 8. Dubsy trying to get around Mosser. Rough race for Dubsy, but he's trying hard. He's trying hard. Not finished any worse than 3rd all season long because he never gives up. Shake and Bake's one of them, yes. I'll give you a quick rundown here. Let's get back up to the front and make sure we don't miss nothing. Yeah, because look at this. They are right together. You've got exclamation point America, which is a Ricky Bobby sound clip. Exclamation point Brains, which is Nicole Kidman from Days of Thunder. Exclamation point Danger Zone, which is an Archer clip. Exclamation point Drive, which is a Days of Thunder clip. Exclamation point Help, which is a Ricky Bobby clip. Exclamation point Not Good, which is Ricky Bobby. Exclamation point Pace Car, which is Days of Thunder. Exclamation point Retarded, which is Ricky Bobby. Exclamation point Rubber, which is Days of Thunder. My favorite is exclamation point Semi-Pro, which is Ricky Bobby, which is his father Reese. You got exclamation point Shake and Bake, which is, like we said, Ricky Bobby. Exclamation point Speed, which is Top Gun. And exclamation point Whore Island, which is which is Archer. Had to get a few Archer clips in. Look at Nick Dahi right here. He's got a run and he's got DRS. But so does Forza Alonso. Was able to use it defensively. So Dahi unable to make that move. So we got DRS enabled, boys. You're going to have to watch this now. Maybe really strong in the last sector. Yes, but Forza Alonso is also one of the quickest guys in that sector. He was purple in qualifying. We know he's very good there. Yep, pace car. I can't wait to get those going. 1 or 2 weeks, boys, we're going to be streaming from the PC. Doing some iRacing as well. It's going to be great. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. So we are watching the race right here. Is he really? No, okay. He faked me out there. I thought maybe he was going in pit road. Dahi looking on the Haas. But Forza Alonso's looking too. He dove to the inside. He had to do it to be defensive. And here's the next DRS zone right here. All three of these boys, or two of these boys, are going to have it. Maybe the sit and duck. Is Alonso going to have a run? Dahi's not close enough. Alonso to the inside, and maybe he run him into the infield, but maybe held on to the position. We saw the grass there. Wow, what a race. Throw a blanket over the top three. This is the PRL at its best. At its best, all three of these guys on hard tires. All three of these guys going to make it all the way. Maybe with the slip. They're nose to tail for the race lead. Round 9 of the PRL Championship, Season 8. We've seen racing like this all season. You don't get this in Formula One. This is better than the real thing. This is better than the real thing. I want to as well, Mac. It's coming. It's coming this weekend, actually, because my video card should be here tomorrow. Here we go again. DRS zone enabled. Forza Alonso, I think he's too far back to make this move. He's got to be defensive there with Dahi. Does dive to the inside, though. Real clean, but he's not going to. Oh, he's hurt himself. Oh, but Dahi slipped. I thought it was going to be bad. I thought Dahi was going to have the run. DRS open, maybe protecting the inside. Alonso says, I'll try the outside. He's going to go over, under, maybe. Nah, it's too long of a corner to do that. He's still there, though. He's right there. Come on, broadcast view. What happened? Virtual safety car? Safety car? Where are my notifications here? Something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. African Phil, I picked up a GeForce GTX 1050 NVIDIA card. It's apparently a strong card. I did a little bit of research. That was basically the starter zone for the gaming cards, which is really overkill for iRacing, but it's gonna mean that I'm gonna be able to run it in really, really high quality. This has got to be a virtual safety car. It has to be. But we don't have any notification on what's going on here. Let's look at our race director. Are they green again? It might. I better not be missing this. Recently, this is it right here. Collision. Elma, Jacko, and Zuzman. That's got to be it. No, because that was the terminal damage. Zuzman went into the wall. We saw that. I don't know. We had a virtual safety car. They slowed the guys down. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So, we're back to green. You can see Forza Alonso right there on the rear end of maybe the race for the lead. It looks like that virtual safety car kind of hurt the Red Bull because he is now a little bit out of striking distance. We've got 7 laps left in this race. 8. Whoa! Big slip from maybe. Was that latency? Had to have been because he didn't lose much time. Had to have been some internet issues. I don't think... Okay, they do have DRS enabled. Virtual safety car doesn't hurt it. Maybe protecting the inside line. Here comes Forza Alonso for the race lead. He's around the outside. Got to go the long way. Not going to happen there. But he's close. He's close for the next DRS zone right here. Not close enough. He's got Dahi there into the clutches of the Red Bull. Man alive, what a race. What a race. Forza Alonso breathing down Maybe's neck. He's got fresher tires. They're both hards. Dahi there in third. I can't leave this battle. I want to do a run through the field, but I can't leave this. These guys, 1, 2, 3, nose to tail, fighting for this race win here in Brazil in round 9. This is why we do this. This is why we take the time every Thursday night to check these races out because the PRL puts on a show. This is the best Formula One 2016 league there is. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Whoa, Dahi there. Alonso throwing the block, making Dahi go to the outside. He's diving in hard defensively. We'll see if that hurts him. It's giving up a little bit of space to Maybe. They've got another DRS zone coming. Maybe's doing everything he needs to do. But here he comes. Those boys right together. Hey, Nuke, how's it going, man? I'm not sure. You want to talk to Aaron about that. Are you in the NASCAR chat? I am no longer in the NASCAR PSN chat. I no longer do the NASCAR races on Friday because tomorrow night I will be at Route 44 Speedway for the modified show. Yeah, it is a regular show tomorrow night. So I'll be doing my in real life announcing job tomorrow night. GT3 commentary. You know, I typically do that for the endurance races, though I've not done it for the league. I'm always participating in the league, and I only get to drive one night of the week, which I do love to get in there and do that. I wish the Audi wasn't being so temperamental. He's pretty close here. DRS enabled. Maybe he's protecting the inside. Alonso diving hard, man. He's hard in there. Is he going to be able to make it stick? He's going to stick it! God, they're still side by side, though. Here comes, Dahi on the outside. His DRS is open. I have no idea what's going to happen there. This is wild. Dahi around the outside of the Haas car, side by side, and this Maybe's loving it. Maybe is loving this battle because he's just going to pull away, but he's not been able to do it. Dahi completes the pass. I thought he was going to hit Maybe. Here comes Forza Alonso. He's got to dive back in. They're side by side. They should not be able to go side by side there. Maybe cannot distance himself, even though these guys are battling. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Forza Alonso to the inside. Now he's going to be in the outside corner. He's going to have to give that position up, and Dahi's right there. But he's slipped a little bit and given some room to Maybe. Maybe has just got breathing space. This is great for Maybe. They're coming up to the start-finish line. There will be 4 laps left in this race. Maybe has got a gap. I can't tell if Dahi has a DRS. He does. So they're still both in DRS zone. That's going to allow them to close the gap back to Maybe. Yeah, you want to double do it on Sunday, yeah. I might start redoing the ESL tournaments on Sunday since I'm not contracted to the ACR Esports anymore, so I might start doing those again. We'll just have to see how that works. It's all going to change as we add iRacing. We might do 3 nights a week. We might change our nights. We'll have to see. So Nuke's going to do F1 too, huh? I'm ready, Nuke. You saw those lap cars up there, right? Did you see that? We've got lap traffic ahead of your race leader. Is that Dahi right there on, maybe? Or is that Sassafras? Because you see both Force Indias there. One of them, he's right there on the race leader. Nick Dahi is going to look for the race lead going down into turn 1. A lot of blocking there from Maybe. But Dahi is still right there on his rear wing. He's closer than Alonso ever was, but Alonso's got to run too. Here comes the DRS zone. Maybe trying to break the slipstream and protecting the inside. Dahi to the outside. He's going to think about it. He's not going to make that move right there. Patience being shown from the Red Bull driver. He's right there on the rear wing. He's going to wait until he gets a perfect opportunity to make that move. He thought about it right there. Maybe is struggling through Sector 2. That's where he's struggling. Here comes Forza Alonso right on the back of Dahi. Somehow Sector 3 and Sector 1 are kind to Maybe, but Sector 2 is where he's having problems. That's where those guys close the gap, and he's just able to open it up just enough. Slip there from Dahi. Forza Alonso on the inside for second place. DRS zone will be enabled shortly. Dahi looks like he's going to be able to hold him off here, but now he's got the slipstream. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You see him. They're using every bit of available real estate, kicking up dirt into the grass there. Here comes Dahi. Is this it? This is it right here. This is it right here. He's going to go into the next corner and make a move on the outside. Nick Dahi for the lead. Maybe dives in hard. He's going to push Dahi wide, and Forza Alonso passes them both. He passed them both for the race lead. Oh, Dahi went to the outside, maybe had to make a move, a rash move, pushed Dahi wide, and Forza Alonso says, thank you, boys, I'll take that, and he's in the lead with 2 laps to go. Forza Alonso gifted the race lead from Maybe. His aggressive move on Dahi opened the door. Now Dahi's looking on Maybe. We said that Maybe was struggling in Sector 2, and Dahi has no time. He's got to get around Maybe right here so he can catch up to Forza Alonso. There's only 2 DRS zones left on this track, and one of them enables right here. Both cars have it. Maybe using it defensively. Dahi offensively. Dahi to the outside of the corner number 1. Not going to be able to make it work. This is great for Alonso. This is great for Alonso because he's just pulling away. We're going to watch this battle. But the race for the win is effectively over if Alonso doesn't slip. And that is not something he does very often. We've talked about his struggles all season long. Forza Alonso's had disconnections. He's had contact with other drivers. All kinds of issues have kept him out of victory circle. This guy has won more races in PRL Formula 1 competition than anyone else. He's got 30 wins. He's looking for 31 tonight. Forza Alonso looking for win number 1 in round 9 of the championship, and he's only got a couple more corners to do it. You can see Nick Dahi trying to get around Maybe behind them for second, but we're watching this man, the champ. Forza Alonso is coming down the main stretch, and he is going to take the victory in the PRL round number 9 in Brazil. Race winner for the first time this season, Forza Alonso. Coming off of his Race of Champions tournament win, Forza Alonso makes it happen. Aaron Webb in 6th. So we've seen 4th and 5th finish without our eyes being on them. Not sure who there were. Mitch Mann in 8th. Good run for Mitch Mann. Thought maybe he could get a little bit more, but he's going to be happy with that. Obviously a very challenging race. Brian Mosser, I believe, in 9th. We can't watch him because I didn't hit the button quick enough. Mosser's going to finish 9th. In 10th, that looks like Hudius in 10th. Here comes Pork Chops in 11th. So both Williams in the points there. Oh my gosh. No, it doesn't get any better than that. It absolutely does not. I am... My voice there, I about lost it. Here comes Bubba behind KWP there. And that is it. You're seeing it. The results for PRL in Brazil. Forza Alonso taking win number 1 of the season. Nick Dahi in 2nd. Probably going to have a little bit of a problem with Maybe's aggressive move. Maybe pushed him wide, which opened the door for Alonso. I think Dahi feels like one slipped away here. Maybe some words after this race. Dubsy able to recover to 4th, his worst finish of the season, but that's excellent for the points leader to be able to recover to 4th. El Majaco will finish 5th. Another great recovery from him. Of course, he was in the wall in turn 2. Fantastic recoveries for those guys. That's why they're 1-2 in the points right there. That's why they're 1-2 in the points. Aaron Webb running 6th. He had that contact with maybe a couple guys with some grievances there that they got to air out. Ditch Witch, Mitch Mann, Brian Mosser, and that is Hudius rounding out your top 10. Maybe some words with maybe, yep. And Mac was betting on Dahi. He almost had it. He almost had it there. Pork Chops.